This is my 125 gallon turtle tank for two turtles named Sarah and Cinderella. I obtained the tank in the stand on Craigslist, almost gave it away, and I built a custom canopy out of 3/4 inch plywood and some crown molding. On the left side here you can see I have the nighttime basking and the daytime and a UV light. I have a platform for them. There's about 6 goldfish and 6 minnows. There is Sarah, and Cinderella is hanging out over by the waterfall. On this side here is regular UV lights that came with the tank. I took them out of their old plastic housings and put them into my canopy. They're protected by a PVC plexiglass, a plexiglass cover, so moisture can't get in there and condensate all over the electrodes and corrode them. I have two pure type fans. This one's sucking air in and blowing it onto the ballast so they don't overheat, and this one here is sucking air out of the tank overall, so no moisture builds up. Underneath the rocks there's actually 2 3/4 inch PVC pipes all cross drilled, keeping debris from falling on the bottom. There is an 1.5 inch return on this side. I tried to hide everything with plants. On the other side I still have to hide it, but there's my overflow. I silicone did a piece of glass to create my internal overflow, and I have 2 3/4 inch PVC pipes coming out with siphon lines on the top drilled in, siliconed, so I can suck the air out and get the siphon going. And I dropped them down in and secured them with a Velcro strap to the PVC lines that stay in the water, so that way when the water shuts off, the water in both the overflow box that I built, it's actually I have an old Whisper, and the overflow inside, that when the pressure's equalized, the siphon stops. The pump obviously can't pump water above the glass plate anymore, so everything just stops. And I have a gutter mesh guard wrapped around, put in here so the fish and junk can't flow over and get trapped and they go down in the filter otherwise. And then underneath I have a custom built filter. It's actually a wet dry filter. I have a splash guard here. The water comes in from a 2-inch line into my drip plate, these are all built out of taping compound buckets. And then in here I have about a 1/2 inch of regular household pink insulation cut into a perfect circle. Below that is another drip plate with a lighting grid you buy at Home Depot. So everything's sitting above the drip plate. I drip down into my filter media, my bio media, which is in this case scrubbies. They work the same as bio balls, but they're just regular plastic scrubbies, and I have about 50 of them in this bucket here. And then down below is 1-inch holes drilled all the way around the sides so that the water can flow out into my sump, which gets pumped up by 1,000 gallon per hour return. This line here is if anything builds up and you can't filter, or if it gets clogged, the oil flows down and back into the sump, and the dirty water gets pumped back into the tank until I can get it cleaned. What else? I believe that's about it. Come back. The water temperature stays about 74 degrees, and the internal temperature stays like 78, the air temperature. They seem to like it much better than the 40 gallon they were originally in. And the filter, I change the filter probably every 4 days because they're very, very dirty creatures, and hopefully they live to the expected lifespan of 30 to 40, 50 years. And that's it.